Hey, what's up, everyone? It's the Stereo Joe Show, Season 3, Episode 7. We got a killer show for you tonight. I'm your host, Jimmy James. Let's get right into it. First up tonight, all the way from the United Kingdom, we got Marek coming on tonight. He's going to be talking about his band, Scaventide. You're not going to want to miss out. Next, from Tantric, the band, we have Loree. He's actually in a bunch of bands. He's also in Triple Addiction, and he's in Billy Wilkins. Then we have singer-songwriter Roger Len Smith coming all the way on from Colorado. So we're going everywhere. Then I got my friend Diana Zinni coming on. She's an awesome singer-songwriter. I don't know how, but she's been releasing a lot of music during this whole time. So we're going to find out what she's been up to. And then, of course, last but not least is my oldest and dearest friend, Matt Wilson. He's a singer-songwriter himself. He's awesome, great musician. He's going to be performing for us. So stick around. First up tonight, we got some music for you. We got various funkies that we're going to be playing, and, of course, new Stereo Joe music. But first, let's get it kicked off with Henry Invisible. We had him on not too long ago. This guy was hilarious, all about the funk. Let's get it going. Thanks for coming out, guys. See you in a little bit.
Bounce, baby, bounce, baby. Bounce, baby, bounce, baby. I just got to know, babe. Do you wanna bounce together? I just got to know, babe. Do you wanna bounce together? Now, if you tell me so, maybe we could grow and do the thing. Yeah. If you tell me so, maybe we could grow and do the thing. I wanna take you around the world. Come on now, let's bounce together. Everywhere you wanna go, you just gotta let me know it's you and I. Gonna bounce forever. Let me tell you something. If you tell me so, maybe we could grow and do the thing. Now, if you tell me so, maybe we could
All right,
grow
that's
and do
Henry Invisible. That guy always cracks me up. He is freaking hilarious. All right, you know what time it is. It's time for Nick. Let's welcome to the show, Nick the Viking. What's up, my man?
Hey, man, how are you today?
Dude, I am doing well. We had a super productive weekend, man. I was super excited. It looks like we might have come up with the name for our third EP. A lot of cool stuff in the works, man. I was talking to Dan about our music video, man. But what did you get done yesterday?
Just like you said, we worked on some new music. I actually got to show my family some of the new music, and they were very excited. So blown away by all the vocals that both you, Ashley, and actually myself have put into this one. So for those of you who've been wondering, I am on vocals and some new music coming up. So if you aren't following us on Spotify right now, it's a great time to do so, because there will be new music in addition to what just came out, coming out next year.
Hey, and I see we got a lot of our friends here in the audience tonight. What's up, Mateo? What's up, Rebecca? What's up, Remy? If you're in the audience, make sure you say hello so that we could put you guys up on screen, get you to be a part of the show with us. If you're just tuning in now, please start a watch party and invite people to like the Stereo Joe Facebook page. That way we can reach even more people and get all of our guests on even further reach and audience. And speaking of guests, we got a killer lineup tonight, man.
We do. We have people from all over. We have people from all over the U.S., another UK group today, which I'm really excited to hear, because they actually just put this song up on Spotify today, I believe.
Yeah.
I mean, on SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, mate. Yeah. They're from UK, mate. That's pretty cool. And then we're going all the way out to Colorado. And we got someone doing a performance from out there from Roger. We also are going to Jersey from Tantric. That's an exciting thing. I think I might have played with this guy once. You know how music is. He's a really nice guy, though, really talented. So we got a lot of cool people. We also got Diana coming on. We're going to be watching her music video that she just put out, which is exciting. Talking a little bit about how she got it. And then, of course, my buddy Matt. You saw him in the back room, the back studio. I'm excited, dude, but I'm going to let you do your thing real quick. I'm going to disappear for a minute. I got to do my thing, so I'll be back, buddy.
Of course, yeah, and we have also Roger coming up as well, who is going to be performing for us tonight. So do stick around. We have a few performances. And if you're joining us for the first time on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. If we entertain you tonight, subscribe, like the video, because it doesn't take much to do it. And what doesn't take much to do is to grow a sexy beard like this if you have some help. Because we partnered up with the Beard Struggle. They have products for beards of all sizes that are oils and shampoos and things with different scents on it. So not only do you smell good, you look good as well while you do it. And if you're strapped for cash, tell them you have the hookup from Stereo Joe. On your checkout, just hit Stereo JO in the codes, and it'll give you 15% off your entire order. If you happen to spend $40 or more, they'll ship it to anywhere in the US for free. So sorry to our UK friends who are watching tonight, you won't get the free shipping. But speaking of friends, there are people out there that are celebrating birthdays tonight. So we do want to give a few birthday shout outs, like Nick Lachey from 98 Degrees, rapper Scarface, Andra Denton, aka Peppa from Salt and Peppa, the bass player Albert Bochard from Blue Oyster Cult, and drummer Alan Gratzer from REO Speedwagon. Happy birthday to all of you. And just like Jimmy said, it's easy to start a watch party. It's even easier just to hit that invite and bring some friends into the group with you, because as much fun as you have, I'm sure it'll be even more fun if your friends are joining too, because we have our friends for you tonight.
Yes, and I just saw some of our friends. What's up, Ed? What's up, Matt? What's up, Seth? Dude, Seth, good to see you back. We have freaking missed you. Join back with the gang. We got a great night for you guys. You're going to really enjoy it. Nick, you're getting so good out there. Look at that bushy hair, bro. Next, we're going to be doing shampoos. I love it, man.
Say the word and I'll have my hair flowing in the wind.
Dude, I'm so sad because, of course, I didn't have it up, but I'm going to pull it up in a little bit. But our SoundCloud, we got these new songs out on SoundCloud. I hope everyone goes check it out. We got a new song, Ghost, out there with our singer, Ashley. We also have games. So you're definitely not going to want to miss it. Go check it out. And anything else, Nick, are we missing?
Just like I post everybody else's links up in the comment, as soon as I pop off screen, I'm going to post our links up as well. We'll have our Spotify, our SoundCloud, our YouTube, and our Facebook, just in case you're watching from YouTube. It's all these links that you can use to follow us and stay notified, because not only do we do the Stereo Joe show every Monday night, we also do What's That on Thursdays, where we do some pop culture stuff. We dive into a couple things and try to have a little bit of fun. And we do some things on the weekends as well. We'll do some performances and things like that. So you want to stay up to date.
Yeah. And what's up, Caroline? What's up, Pat? Hey, we got a lot of people tuning in now. We're excited to see everybody. Nick, they're going to be sad because they're going to be missing you. We'll be coming back to you in just a few minutes.
I love you all.
You know you do. See you, bro. Guys, if you're just tuning in now, this is the Stereo Joe show. I'm sitting by the fire, warming my bones. It's an absolutely beautiful day here. We're going to be going to our first guest. He's all the way over the United Kingdom. I wonder if he had just as much of a beautiful day. Let's ask him. He's an awesome musician. His name's Maddie. Let's welcome him to the show. Hey, what's up?
Thanks for having me. Hello.
It's nice to have you on the show all the way over. So it's pretty late by you. What time is it?
Yeah, it's 1:10 here, so it's getting on, but it's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
So basically, we're going to be doing a very loud performance tonight for you. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone's asleep. You just gotta talk to me. But we got your SoundCloud that we're going to listen to.
Yeah. We actually, well, it's a new song that we've done. So and it's featuring our bass player's friend who's doing the clean vocals on that one. So because myself, I need a little bit of help with clean vocals, so always welcome some help. So yeah.
Doohan says, "What's up, go Maddie?" I heard those clean vocals. Was it Ola, I believe, that sang?
Yep, Ola. Yeah, that's right. Ola Rogalska. She's our bass player's friend, and he somehow convinced her to come on our song. So yeah, I'm happy.
It was cool. Yeah, I was checking out the song. I really enjoyed it. You know, you have that cool intro, and then the song kicks in, and then you're saying screaming or whatnot, and then all of a sudden this girl comes in. I'm like, wait a second. It was a cool thing, and then I see you guys were mixing it together. So it was a really good idea. How did you come up with that? Was it like, I know you mentioned when she came on that she was going to do it, but did you rewrite the song for her, or was there already a part that fit perfectly?
No, so basically I had the idea. I wrote the song and I had the idea in my head of how I wanted the vocals to go, but then I couldn't sing them myself. So we figured out ways to go around that. So at first, what I was going to do is scream the chorus myself and then just have the guitar underneath doing the melodies. But we decided that maybe we'll go for more like a metalcore vibe, and we'll have some clean singing and then screaming. Like the second time the chorus kicks in, you'll hear that it's a screaming underlaying like the clean vocals. So yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah, I thought it was a nice way that you had done it and whatnot. And by the way, speaking of the songs, how would you guys classify yourself?
Oh, I have no clue. We're still trying to find like our own sound, and I'm still trying to find my sound as a songwriter. So I mean, yeah, I guess it would be like melodic death metal would probably be the main one, or like metalcore. But there's so many metal genres and subgenres that like, yeah, I don't really know how you would classify our music. Like,
I wish my friend was on right now because he's in a melodic death metal band, and he usually tunes in. Dan, you're in big trouble. I don't know where he is, but anyway, I'm gonna tell him about you guys and to check you out. That's awesome. So, all right, so yeah, so a little bit of melodic death metal, and where do you come up for your inspiration to write your songs, or how does that work?
Yeah, well, inspiration is all over the place, to be fair. So what initially got me into guitar myself, which is where the melodic part comes from, is like Def Leppard and Van Halen is like the kind of music that I would have heard on the radio. And just listening to all the like beautiful melodies and the like the layering of melodies that Def Leppard would do in their songs, it's just kind of, it stuck with me. And then as I kept growing like musically, I got more into metal, but then I tried to find ways of adapting that kind of melodic approach into metal. And yeah, like melodic death metal, like bands like Parkway Drive, Amon Amarth, like Necrogoblicon, those kind of bands, like they really embody that melodic sound while still keeping the like heavy aspect to it. So
I personally love that, and I thought you did a nice job of that before. And I was gonna say, like, how do you like when you're writing out the songs or like trying to pick out how it goes? Do you start with the guitar first? Do you start with the melody? How does that work out usually?
Usually I come up with a melody in my head, and then when I have the melody in my head, I try to translate it onto the guitar so that it makes sense and it's within the rules of songwriting, so to speak. Like, but yeah, it takes a lot of messing around usually for me, but yeah, I always enjoy it, and what I love is playing around with like harmonies and different like just different melodies layered on top of each other. So yeah, you'll hear a lot of that in our songs.
Cool. Yeah, I love that. The overdubbing and just building up the sound or whatnot. Now, I'm sure, we've been going through a crazy year. I'm sure it's been like that over there too. Have you been able to find, did they have extra time to do music, or you've been struggling to find time? How's that been?
No, actually, to me, it's surprisingly, it's been quite a blessing in disguise. Like, I guess I could describe it because I'm normally a uni student. So, normally I'm very busy with uni, and I'm not even anywhere near the guys that I play with right now because I'm normally studying in Glasgow. But with everything being online, I managed to come back home to Lincoln, where Andy, our drummer, Andy Povroznik, he found me, and he said, "Hey, let's do some songs together." And then Andy also found Piotr Lewandowski, who's our bass player, and then we got together, and we. Well, I had a few songs written, and we just kind of played them and messed around with them, and yeah, that's kind of how we got started.
And now that we're talking about the other guys in the band, who's like the joker of the band? Does anyone always like mess around in practice or do funny pranks? Or
the joker? Yeah, I think Andy would embody the joker. I think that's I think he would agree as well if he's listening. Like.
That's funny, Andy. If you're out there, message in so we can hear it. All right, well, I got your song right here, actually. I'm going to pull it up. This is the We Live in a Sewer, and this is featuring Ola, like you mentioned. So let me get that up there, and then I'm going to take this off real quick. So we'll listen to it, and we'll be right back. Is that right? All right, perfect. See you in 1 second.
Help reduce the tension and help to hold back the darkness. Today the clouds have lifted a little, so that new rays of hope can't break through. And for the first time in 17 years of effort, a specific step has been taken to limit the nuclear arms race.
Life is a prison and it's just to ignore it. The death is a bending and the rest are a foreign. The world is a sewer, there's no way to restore it. Time has come to make them all forget the old, the life of his soul. While we were waiting, the end was catching up. And to think that a void for the voice is the base. And look the nasty aftertaste.
To live in a sewer is a life for me. The chicks are hard and the food is free. And we're always soaking wet. This is the best that it could get. To live in a sewer is a life for me. The chicks are hard.
We live in a sewer.
And we're always soaking
Come
wet.
on.
This is the best
We
that
could
it
not
could
get colder.
We have not been released from our obligations. We have been given an opportunity. If this pause in the Cold War merely leads to its renewal and not its end, then the indictment of posterity will rightly point its finger at us all.
Cross the sand, extend your hand. See what's ahead. The rest are dancing on your face tonight. The clock is ticking and we are wasting time. To the ones who refuse to submit to the rat with horns, he who adores the sewage of man. Finish lines have been overfilled with hate. It's not great, now we wait. This is great, that tonight. Now it's time to celebrate.
To live in a sewer is a life for me. The chicks are hard and the food is free. And we're always soaking wet. This is the best that it could get. To live in a sewer is a life for me. The chicks are hard and the food is free. And we're always soaking wet. This is the best that it could get.
We live in a sewer. We could not get colder. We live in a sewer. We could not get colder.
All right. That was really cool. Oh, you know what? I muted you. There you go. You're back.
Oh, there we go. All right.
You know what? If I don't mute people, they're off on the screen. They don't realize their sound's on, and then they're like saying stuff, and I'm like, oh no. But dude, that was killer. I was really feeling how you went back and forth between the vocals, and I thought it was a really nice contrast, like you were mentioning.
Yeah, well, it's a common thing done in the kind of music that I listen to, the kind of metalcore like genre, even like post-hardcore. I've recently started getting into some like post-hardcore bands, and they kind of do that a lot, where they even a lot of the time bands have like two singers, like bands like As I Lay Dying, they have a separate person doing clean vocals and a separate person doing scream vocals. And it's, yeah, I was kind of intrigued by like that idea. And then I was like, yeah, why not give it a shot? Like,
yeah, you mentioned you don't do clean vocals as often, or at least that part wasn't your thing. Do you think you might bring someone else in with you to sing as well, or just do it yourself?
I don't know what the guys want is they want me to take some singing lessons, because we have actually done like a ballad song before this, and yeah, I mean, people if they go to our YouTube, you can check it out on our YouTube. We did a pretty cool video at the Flamborough Cliffs. We went there to do a music video, and yeah, I mean, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of my own. I mean, I don't know. I guess nobody is a fan of their own voice at the end of the day. Like if you listen to yourself talk, but
I was gonna say
maybe I'll dabble in it.
Singers, it's tough to, you're always so critical of yourself. But yeah, I thought that was really well done, and I really enjoyed it. And you guys said you just released that.
Yeah, well, we're planning to do a video for it at some point, but obviously, last Thursday, the UK went into lockdown again, so we can't go recording a video anytime soon, which is nice to just get it out on SoundCloud anyway right now. But yeah, we want to give that song a proper video that it deserves at some point. So yeah, we'll get on that.
Now you can start planning it and make it a little bit more elaborate because you have extra time to get it ready. But I was going to say, I saw my co-host, Nick the Viking, backstage. He was rocking out. Let's bring him on real quick and ask him what he's thinking.
I got to say, that was a great song. I agree with everybody. I wasn't expecting the level of scream to come from the vocals we got from you speaking.
Totally.
Thank you.
I'm not going to lie. Rabbit was the first song I heard from you guys. So I got introduced to the clean vocals too, and you completely downplayed your skill on it for sure.
Well, thanks for saying that. I mean, I'm still, I know there's a lot to work on when it comes to, especially when it comes to clean vocals. But I think, I enjoy screaming, and I feel like I've got like a good way of doing it, and it's quite a unique way when I compare it to other bands. So I kind of, I think that's more my thing. Like,
Seth mentions that he sings in 4 of his 6 bands. Wow, that's a lot, and he hates every voice in each one. So, you're not alone. I feel the same way. And Pat said artists critique themselves. They're never satisfied. You were great. And that is true. And then she put, correction, Maddie. She knew. So she loved you. She thought you were great. All right, I'm getting back out. I just wanted to share.
Since the song Rabbit was more of a ballad song and it's a little bit slower, what was the musical writing experience, and how is it different from some of the heavier stuff you typically write?
Oh, when it comes to doing cleaner songs, I mean, I don't know. I kind of, the way I do it is I normally write songs for fun, and I write all sorts of stuff for fun. Like with the guys, with the Scaventide guys, like obviously the idea was to do heavy stuff. And I kind of, when it came to the Rabbit song, I sent it over to them, and I didn't expect them to like it. I thought they would just laugh it off. They'd be like, "Oh, what is this? What are you sending here?" But they were like, "Oh no, this is actually kind of cool. Like we could do this." And I was like, "Well, how are we going to fit it in?" And they were like, "No, let's not think about that. Let's just do it, and then just have fun with it." Like
exactly, figure out the rest as you go, because it is very catchy. So. It's a great song.
Thank you. Thank you.
And in a couple of your songs, like the one we played earlier, you do feature some different artists as some of the clean vocals. Is there either a famous vocalist or someone around the scene by where you live that you would really like to have in one of your upcoming songs?
Oh, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know the Lincoln scene around here well enough to pick out a specific person that I would like. But yeah,
any famous vocalists that maybe influenced you?
Oh, famous vocalists. Well, okay, so the band which influenced me to actually write my own music is Amon Amarth, and when I heard that stuff, I was like, wow, this is, because I was never that into screaming, but when I heard Amon Amarth, I found out that you can actually sing along to screaming. Like I found myself like in the shower, I'd be singing along to Amon Amarth. I was like, what am I doing? Like I screaming. Like how am I melodically singing along to screaming? But yeah, and especially the song Twilight of the Thunder God is their main song. And when I heard that, I was like, wow. And Johan Hegg, their vocalist, he's an incredible screamer, and he's definitely a massive inspiration for me. So yeah.
We're talking a lot about singers, and speaking of singing, what's your favorite song that you do out of all the songs, covers, originals? What's your favorite one to sing?
Favorite one out of the songs that I have done already? I think "The Return of the Lord Creator" is a song we've done, and it was the first song I ever wrote. It was like a year into my guitar playing. I was like, yeah, why not try write something of my own? And when it came to the Scaventide guys, I showed it to them, and I was like, yeah, maybe we could do something with this. And so it's a special one for me because it is the first song I ever wrote, and I was just like, I was messing around. I didn't know what I was doing, but it somehow turned out into a song. So yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. And what is your plans with the band, like going forward in 2021? I know it's a little bit unknown, but are you guys have any ideas of what you're going to be doing?
Well, we have a few songs planned to record, and what the guys, well, we're still talking it over, but ideally what we want to do is we want to get, we wanted an album out, but we're thinking maybe we'll do an EP. We'll pick out our favorite songs that thematically are consistent, fit well, that fit the sound of the band, and show off the sound that we want to show off. And we'll release it as an EP, like put it up on Spotify or something, get a cool cover photo to go with it. So that's kind of what we're doing. I was just going to
say, Don said he just put your YouTube channel up. So everyone go check them out. We got like 10 seconds. What do you want to say real quick before you go to everybody?
Well, I hope everybody's staying safe right now. Obviously, it's a difficult time, and especially a difficult time for the music industry. So yeah, it's good to know that people are out there and we're all looking out for each other in the music industry. So yeah.
Well, Maddie,
Thank you for having me on.
so much for coming on. It was an absolute pleasure to have you. We're going to have you back again. Everyone, go check out his band right now. You're not going to be upset, so go. You're not going to be disappointed. Damn it, that's what I was going to say. Go check it out right now. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. It's been a pleasure.
Take care,
Absolutely.
buddy.
See you
Our
soon,
pleasure.
brother. All right, Nick, that means I'm getting out of here with you too. See you later, buddy. Bye. Hey, this is Jimmy James. If you're just tuning in, this is the Stereo Joe Show. Please start a watch party so all your friends can check out our amazing artists. That was just Maddie all the way from the UK. Now we are going a little more local to my area in New Jersey on the East Coast, baby. All right, we got an awesome person on right now. John, he's in a bunch of bands. Tantric is the biggest one I know, but he's also in Triple Diction and Billy Wilkins. Let's welcome John to the show right now.
Yo,
Hey.
what's going on?
Yo, oh, nice to see you out of work.
I know. It looks like much better, right? I mean, I don't have this like dim light shining over my head, making me look like a ghost.
That dim light, it's that work light. It's
Oh,
like
it's-
right out of the, it's like the worst. It's the worst. But I
Mad.
love that Beatles poster in the background.
Right?
I got a very similar one.
Oh yeah, that's
Glad
awesome.
to know you're a fan.
Oh, of course. I mean, who isn't, right?
Do you have a favorite album or favorite song or favorite
fa-
Beatle or anything?
Favorite Beatle, Paul. Favorite album, Rubber Soul. Favorite, I don't know. Yeah, I guess that would be it. Favorite heavy Beatles song, I Want You, She's So Heavy off of Abbey Road. You can't, that's like, that's gotta be the song. That song probably started metal, right? I would assume. It's just so heavy. It's ridiculous, but yeah.
It's so good. I mean, you know, the way, and it changes too, and it goes into that whole harmony thing. Heaven.
Yeah, that no. It's like what? When I heard that for the first time, I'm like, is this the Beatles? This isn't like Baby You Can Drive My Car or I Want to Hold Your Hand anymore. Like this is some serious stuff. So yeah.
But Pat said Revolution, and I love that song too. You know, that's a great one off the White Album as well. Can't go wrong with that. But
No.
well, let's talk about your music.
Sure.
You are in 85 bands.
Yeah.
And you work. How do you do it?
I don't know, man. It's like, it's great because it's kind of when one thing is going, then I've got some time off. And with that time off, I fill it with another thing and then fill it with another thing and so on and so forth. So it's not where anything's really conflicting right now because nobody's really doing anything other than, like you had mentioned, I'm in Tantric. So that's the one band that's like actually out and touring. So not a whole lot of conflict. It's just a matter of reworking my schedule is all.
Yeah, exactly. You're like a master fitter, and you just you must have like you're real good with organizing everything. I love it. So how has it been in Tantric? What's that experience like?
It's nuts. I mean, to say that I would be touring at 24 is, I just couldn't even imagine it. And with everything going on, you know, with the pandemic and all of that and no shows happening, it's been, I couldn't even imagine this happening this year. But through a series of events, I landed the gig. And so I've known the guys in Tantric, the newer lineup. I've known them for about 2 years. So we were close enough to the point where they knew who I was from being in the local scene and all of that. So, yeah.
That's cool. They were familiar with kind of your body of work, what you did and everything like that. And so, yeah, how long have you been playing?
Playing the drums, I've been playing the drums since I was 12. So whatever that math is.
Yeah. You're like, don't tell. No,
I didn't go to school for math. So, you know.
You went for no. And now, how would you describe yourself like as a musician? Like, what kind of drummer are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm the heavy hitting, stick flipping, you know, ridiculously over the top for a show type. But I've always, I guess my range of drumming is very wide. I take a lot of influence from John Bonham, which as a drummer, like who wouldn't? But that style of playing is what I gravitate towards. But I love funk music. I love jazz. I love anything that has a a great backbeat. So like some newer country music. I try to stay well-rounded, and especially in drumming, that keeps my chops up. So I'm not just this guy that can caveman bash the set. Yeah, I try to throw in some chops here and there too, just to make it more interesting and all.
Well, I love that you do the showmanship part as well. So that, to me, that's just as important. And a lot of people really eat that stuff up. I mean, I know I do. Just always more fun to watch. I don't know. It's just another element of the performance, you know?
Like the way I look at it is I'm not doing it for my health. You know, I'm not stick flipping and like breaking my neck head banging every night because I do it for me. I do it for, you know, it gets people more engaged. It makes them feel like you're in it, like you want to be there and you want to put on a show, and half of a concert is the show, right? So that was always my mentality going into it. Was I never, and as great drummers as there are that just keep a beat and don't have any emotion, they're just like blank faces, Neil Peart being one of them. He was one of those guys that he was just blank face, but he was a robot. Yeah, but
literally
I mean, he had chops, so he didn't really need to be a showman. But there is a certain aspect of the show that I appreciate more, I think, than the chops. So that's where I tend to kind of set it straight in my mind, is that I like a show, not really just a guy that can sit back there and chop it out.
Have you ever heard of Tom Jackson? He calls himself a live music producer.
No, who's that?
You should check him out. If I guess Nick has your email, I'm gonna maybe get in touch with him. I'll send you one of his videos. He's worked with a lot of major artists, but he calls himself a live music producer, and he's all about adding exactly what you're talking about into the performance, and even a lot of cool intros and outros or things in the middle of the song. He's a lot of cool stuff about how you stand on stage, where you look out in the audience, just all these cool performing things. Really opened my eyes to a lot of things I didn't consider. And but it's just what you're talking about. So I know you're freaking smart as hell. I got a small clip of you drumming out. Let me go to that real quick. Do you know what video this is, or did Nick?
No, I have no idea.
No.
Nick said, "Hey, I found this video of you," and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, go for it, sure, yeah, whatever."
Let's see. All right. Well, I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get this playing, and then hopefully this is you. I don't know. Let's check it out. Nick, you're the man. All right. Let's see. We'll be back. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So, all right, do you remember that clip now?
Yes. Yeah, I remember. That was in hold on. I forget what state. Wisconsin, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so yeah, you guys are touring all over the place. Like you said, you were 24 and you got this chance to start touring. What's been the best thing about it so far?
I would say there's like two things. It's getting to meet people that, I've only been this like local New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York drummer. And to have the opportunity to go out and see the country. And I've never been like out west. And so the furthest we've been now is like Iowa. We went to Sturgis and we did all of that. So we've seen a lot of the country, and for me, these guys have all seen it. They've been going on years of touring and seeing the world. And so for me, this was like, oh my gosh, I get to see Mount Rushmore in person, right? And so that's the cool part about it. But not only that, like getting to meet people. I'm a people person for the most part. So especially when somebody takes the time to come out to your show and, be a part of it. And especially with everything going on, and you can brighten up their day just a little bit. It brightens up my day for them to tell me that, and for them to come up and just introduce themselves and say hi. That I can say that's like the most priceless aspect about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really cool that you're still able to get out there and do everything right now. What's it been like at these shows? I mean, I know it's like a little different than normal. People are spaced out, and I'm assuming you're playing different places too, so there might be different sets of rules. How has that been dealing with that end of it?
That it's been different, like you said, depending on the place. That clip was in Wisconsin, and they were like, we don't really in this town. They were like, we don't really have COVID here, so we're kind of cool. And I was like, all right, well, that so people were kind of together, right, in that clip, and other places we've played, like we were in Michigan 2 weeks ago, and so they were much more strict. Like you got to wear the mask if you're not on stage, and you got to social distance and all that stuff. There have been other places that have tried to do that, and it just fails because everybody rushes the stage when, because we're usually headlining these shows. So people will just rush the stage, and, they don't really care. And I can't say one way or another, but as far as that goes, it's been very different between, any place we play.
Yeah, I would imagine like you don't know what you're in for until you get there, but that's really cool. And is there any negatives to touring that you've discovered? Like not as good of food or sleep, I hear a lot.
Sleep is definitely one of them, but I'm usually like, I'm a 7:30 a.m. guy. I get up and I just do whatever I can. And so even it's been weird that on tour we'll get to bed at like 3 a.m. and I'm still like up at 7:30, and I hate it because I wake up and I'm like, this is dumb. Like I can't just go back to sleep anymore. And there are times where I do, but I would say sleep. Yeah, that's one of them. The second one would be that initial going out there, missing home for that moment is like, oh man, like I missed Halloween, and my family does a Halloween party. So like I know it might sound dumb and kind of childish on my end, but it is like one of those things where I'm like, yeah, there is a certain part of me that misses home. But when I get up and, we play, that kind of all fades. And I'm like, I get paid to hit circles. So that's like not that bad when you put it that way.
Dude, you're like, that's what we're living for. So once that happens, once you play that first song, you forget about it. Mm-hmm. And I saw Nick jamming out back there. I wanted to bring in Nick the Viking, and let's get him on. Nick, what's up, buddy?
Yo, what's going on?
I gotta say, you have a good memory of remembering where that place was from, especially on tour with everything being crazy. I'm sure it's hard to remember, but also you have the best description for what a drummer does.
Yeah, hitting circles. That's it.
You mentioned a couple of your bands that you're involved with, and you're very busy. I have no idea how you keep up with it. But I was wondering, is there any plans to do like a jam session with the other groups that you're in, or maybe even a recording session together?
Yeah, so me and my other band, Triple Addiction, it's me and my brothers that are in that group. And so we're triplets, so there's no escaping them. So I can't I love them. I love my brothers. But when it comes to our band, it's just something that it's still going, you know. We're writing. We released an album a year ago in September. So it's a year and a couple months. And so that one's called American Heartbreak. So we released that, got good reception all around. And so now it's just working on, we can't play shows, so let's just write and record more tunes. So that's still happening. As far as I play with this kid, Billy Wilkins, and he went on YouTube and started uploading videos of him playing to strangers. He calls it singing to strangers, where he goes on Omegle. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's like a chat roulette type thing where you just get paired up with someone, and it can be a really weird, awkward, strange interaction, or it could be somebody that really digs your music. And that one-on-one, it's really fun. So he's been doing great with YouTube lately. So I've helped him out here and there by doing, like, I'll do a sit-in with him, and it'll be me and him against the people of Omegle. And so it's just been, you know, a lot of fun. And all these projects happen when I'm not on the road. So it's kind of cool that I get to come home and just keep working.
And I was going to ask you about Billy Wilkins real quick too.
Sure.
Well, what's going on with that project?
Oh, that is like it's his project. So his originals are his originals. And he works with Jerry Wanda of the Fugees, who wrote Hips Don't Lie for Shakira. And the guy's a producer, right? So Billy's got like the top of the top that are working with him. So he's cranking out new tunes. I think he's got a new song coming out on the 20th, but don't quote me on it. Just go check out his Instagrams and whatever. And so he's doing his thing. And between that, we do some live streams every once in a while. So yeah.
That's awesome. And I'm so sad we're at that like time of the night where we're like getting towards the end. But before we let you go,
Sure.
What's the number one or two things that you want people to check out of your music?
If you want to catch everything that I have going on, johnsdrumstudio.com is my website. So you can find everything I do there. I'm also a drum teacher, so everything, tutorials, all that stuff is on there. As far as new music, Tantric's got a new record coming out, probably 2021. It's already recorded, just working out the logistics. And Triple Addiction will have new tunes to you at some point. So yeah.
And that Tantric recording, is that your first one with them?
I'm not on it.
I
missed the cutoff. But I'm still promoting it because the songs are great songs. So I wouldn't promote it if it was awful.
Literally, Nick knows that. As soon as we get off with you, we're about to play one of our songs for a minute, and Nick's not on it either. So he knows.
He knows.
I hate that album. I'm waiting for yours.
I know. Next time I will be on a Tantric record. So.
I can't wait, dude. I'm going to be so stoked for you when that happens because you're a genuine great guy. It was such a pleasure to have you. So really appreciate you coming on, and we hope to get you on again.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you, brother. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you guys.
All right, later, bro. Bye. He was awesome. All right, that was exciting. Okay, good. I'm afraid to play our song because we got Roger backstage. He's an awesome singer, performer. We just had, oh my God. Okay, we just had John. All right, let me see. I guess we're going to play this.
Our music is my nephew approved. You should go in with confidence.
Oh, wow. If the little guy's into it, then we're into it. All right, let's just play this bad boy for a minute. Get it going. We'll be back. Oh, no, I got to get on screen. There we go. All right, Nick. I got you back, baby. All right, Nick. I'm going to get you back on in a few minutes. I'm going to hang out catch you later, brother. All right.
Good to
See ya. All right, guys. I'm going to turn this song off. We got our next guest coming right up. He's backstage right now. If you're just tuning in now, this is the Stereo Joe Show. I'm your host, Jimmy James. That was Nick the Viking. He's the other host. Please start a watch party. We got an awesome guy coming all the way from Colorado. I want to say it the right way. He's a great singer, songwriter, even doing a little harmonica for us tonight. Please welcome to the show, Roger Lensmith. Hey,
hello,
how's it going?
good, thanks. How you doing?
Doing well. I love the back setup there. That is awesome.
Thanks.
One of the-
Yeah, it's just the old half wood wall, half panel wall and half regular drywall. Still working on it.
If you were closer, I'm coming. I would be over there to jam.
It's a pretty good sounding room. I think the wood helps.
Absolutely.
So how's it
So,
going, Jimmy?
hey, I'm doing well. Just having fun with talking to all my friends tonight over here. How have you been through all COVID and everything? Has things been a little crazy for you? Are you still
Yeah.
getting a chance to do music?
Yeah, really wonky. I started playing, some live streams, probably almost in late March, maybe. Pretty quick, and started doing them pretty often. But actually, was able to get out, and we have a lot of breweries here in the Denver area, and in fact, all over Colorado. And that's a great, burgeoning thing I think happening everywhere. And people just are so in music, of course, especially at the breweries. And I was able to play quite a bit at several different breweries and restaurants that had, of course, the outdoor thing going on. Patio. Let me tweak this just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's been my favorite thing are the outdoor performances. It's just getting too cold here.
Yeah.
Are you still able to do it out by you, or is it getting that time too?
Yeah, only if it's daytime. Like we have, Colorado, especially here out in the Front Range, we're not up in the mountains. We get a little bit more mild winter. We get a lot of snow and a little cold weather, but then we'll get a nice, week or two of 60-degree weather and sun. So we can do like daytime stuff. In fact, I have a show in my band scheduled for this weekend, but it's like 5 o'clock when it's going to be dark. And so it's a good chance, it may not happen, but it definitely is easier, as you said, just to play outside because obviously, it's contained indoors. It's not healthy. It's not safe.
I've been loving the outdoor shows personally. They're a lot of fun. Who doesn't love the outdoors?
Yeah.
But Pat real quick said, "Hey Roger, yes, a harmonica. It's really cool. He has a nice touch on it too. He puts it in just at the right time. You're gonna love it, Pat. Trust me." But yeah. So, and you've been doing the online performances. Thank heavens for them. That's really saved the day.
Yeah.
How's that been going for you?
It's going well. I mean, it's just wonderful to actually, connect with people literally all around the world, as you know. I've been lucky to go tour across America a lot of times, like 10 or 12 times over the years, over the decades, and even Europe about 5 times, mainly Italy. So we have friends everywhere, and it's great because people can just tune in whenever. You don't have to be online live. They can tune in later after the fact and, get a little live music or, spontaneous thing. So it's been good. It's gotten better. I've obviously, the more gear you have, the better things can go. I've gotten some more gear since we started. I got a new phone, an ancient phone from, 8 years ago that just is okay, but it's just better than what I have now. So yeah, it's always about trying to improve. I've got a lot of good musician friends that have a really great studio set up. Now, obviously, they're really set up and ready to go. And main thing is if it sounds good, looks good, but especially sounds good is what you're looking for, of course.
Yeah, of course, and you're looking good, and you're sounding good, so they're gonna get that in just a minute. But how many instruments do you play? I see you got the harmonica, you got the guitar, you sing. Is there anything else we don't know about?
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter. My quick little synopsis is I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm also a multi-instrumentalist. I play a lot of guitar, but also play bass. I play bass guitar for several different singer-songwriters and other artists over the years, over 25, 30 years now. And so I've actually been, I've even made my living playing bass on tour for periods of time. And nobody, I think, would be too surprised to hear that it's kind of a hard road, tough to make a living playing music anytime, really. So it's playing bass from some of my friends and artists has been great. And then I play guitar in my own band. electric and acoustic. So, you know, and I start on piano. So I love to play whatever I can get my hands on.
Cool. So you do a little bit of everything. And when you write, do you still write on piano, or do you just do strictly guitar? Or
Yeah, I do write on piano, but mostly guitar. And it's really fun and challenging to write on the bass sometimes. Although it can be maybe even easier sometimes, just coming up with a good groove. You know, like I think you're a guitar player, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I definitely write mostly on guitar, but I love playing piano. I love to compose on any of them, really. And I'm trying to get better at drums as well.
Well, there's always some like 13-year-old kid that's coming out that's better than all of us, damn it. And they keep making me practice every day. It's awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Or 8-year-old, 9-year-old. Yeah, we've seen some.
There's this little kid drummer. I think the first video I saw, he was 3 years old, and I was like, how the hell are you doing that? Yeah. Now he's 5 or 6, and he's one of the best drummers I've ever seen. But
yeah, he's Neil Peart or something.
Yeah, he's like the reincarnation.
Yeah.
But all right, we got people. I know they want to hear some live music, so I'm gonna get out of here. They want to see your beautiful face, so I'll be back at the end of the song.
Okay. Well, thank you, Jimmy, and thank you, Nick.
Can't wait.
My song. All right, here we go. Thanks again. This is a song from my most recent album, which came out just a little bit less than 2 years ago, and the song is called "Raining on a Sunny Day." All the clouds have gone away. It's still raining. Such a beautiful day. And the world has seen the sun. Yet it's been fading to a lonely one. And it's raining on a sunny day. Yes, it's raining on a sunny day. Yes, it's been raining. And the rain makes a rainbow with the sun. It's light aglow. All this night will ever go away. Will it fade, or is it here to stay? Because it's raining on a sunny day. All the clouds make them go away. Yes, it's been raining on a sunny day. It's gonna take some time turning back from these sides. And all is now. Storms are raging anyhow. Life, a sweet mother of life, save us all from all this strife. Let sweet rain, let it come on down from on high and from all around. 'Cause it's raining on a sunny day. All the clouds make them go away. Yes, it's been raining on a sunny day. Turning back from the tides that come, holding that day all the changes undone. Always running, always moving ahead. And if you don't change, you're gonna wind up dead. And it's raining on a sunny day. All the clouds will make them go away. Yes, it's been raining on a sunny day. And it's raining on a sunny day. Yes, it's raining on a sunny day. Yes, it's been raining on a sunny day. I said it's been raining. It's such a beautiful day.
Woo! Yeah, I love it.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Yeah, that was awesome. I was making me think of the beautiful summer day was going on. Someone mentioned about a Pixar movie, and I could definitely see that being a scene in the movie.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever done any work like that for like movies or TV or anything like that?
You know, I lived in LA for a long time, and there was an independent movie that I had a couple songs put in, and I actually got to go to the screening and see, you know, with a whole pack full of theater full of people, hear 2 or 3 songs in the background. And it was such a trip. It was great. I have not been able to really get any placements beyond that, and that's a whole nother, you know, lane
Field
to work in. But yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I have some songs I feel have some cinematic, you know, flavor or sound to it. So I think it's just a matter of you just have to really connect with the people that are in charge of those things. But yeah, it was fun that one time to hear.
Yeah, that's really cool. I just had a feeling because some of your songs have that vibe. So I was like, I wonder if he's ever been into anything like that. But now you mentioned before that you toured around, you know, a bit back in the day. Was there ever any artist that you were so excited to either open for or perform with, or was there one you're hoping for maybe one day you could share the stage?
Well, there's a lot of people that fall into the latter category, for sure.
Okay.
Tons of folks that my fellow musicians and I certainly would have loved and still hope to, you know, maybe share the stage someday or open for. But yeah, I have been blessed. I've been fortunate to open up with my own band, open up for Little Feat one time at a benefit in LA. That was great. You know, great old 70s, 80s jam band. I mean, they're such a fantastic band. And then Warren Zevon is one of the biggest names. My good buddy Phil Cody, I'm his bass player, and we did a 3-month tour with him back in '96. Across, I think I was telling you, we did Long Branch, New Jersey.
Yeah.
And it was a snow day. They got snowed out, and then we came back a week later. It was 60 degrees. So that was an incredible tour. Just 4 people, just Warren and his guy, Dr. Babyhead, and myself, and my buddy Phil, and it was just an acoustic tour. So that was great. Warren even incorporated our names, Phil's and my name, into a song, into Where Was London, no less. So that was a moment, you know.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. So I've been fortunate to tour. We've usually been like the opening act. And at the same time, I've done a lot of independent touring on my own, whether it's acoustic or with my band or stuff. And you know, I could throw out different names. We've been lucky to open for different people. The Cars, actually the New Cars with Todd Rundgren. 13 years ago, I got to do that one. That was my band again. And that was the biggest crowd. I don't know about you, but it was like 7,000 people at an outdoor street festival in Connecticut. And so you know how it is when you get to a nice big stage or a good stage, a festival, whatever. You're like, wow, there's 1,000 people there, or 7, and you know that's definitely right. People ask me about touring or shows and stuff. It's like that's always going to be at the top. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. And I feel bad because I only got like a minute left, but I want to bring my co-host. He wanted to talk to you. I forgot to sneak him in here. Nick, what's up, man?
It's okay because I asked some of my questions vicariously through Jimmy about like the extra instruments and things like that. But I'm sure people want to know because you featured in so many great projects and you play a lot of awesome instruments. Would you ever bring another instrument that you don't play into one of your songs and have someone feature?
Oh yeah. You mean like live? Well, regardless, live or in the studio. Yeah. In fact, now you say that. By the way, hey Nick. um, you just reminded me of back. I used to live in Austin, Texas. I lived in a lot of places. I'm from Ohio, and I lived in California, Southern California, for 15 years. Been in Austin, Texas, for a long time. Now I'm in Denver. When I was in Austin, we had a during South by Southwest. Actually, we had a couple. We had a friend of mine her name is Irina Bjorkman. She plays the saw. Okay, saw with a bow, like a violin or cello. And I've heard different saw. There's not a lot of them, but I've heard different saw artists. And one I recently heard was kind of not metal, but like kind of hard, heavy, and almost industrial. And Irina, she had her own music she was there for, and I had her sit in with me on a couple sets, and she played a very spacey, dreamy, atmospheric, almost maybe I don't know, like U2 or Peter Gabriel type of sound, like from Daniel Lanois, that dreamy vibe that they offered. And she, but it was more ghostly because it was the saw bending with the bow, and I tried to like what songs of mine or what can I do? So I picked some minor key songs, one in A minor, which is like a mid-tempo kind of dirge, like a Neil Young, almost not depressing, but like really slow, moody song, and it fit because it was like a ghostly, eerie kind of sound. That's the first thing that came to mind. But yeah, there's other stuff.
That is super cool. And wow, you know what, dude? I've never seen a saw player. I've like heard about it. I thought it was like a fake thing. I gotta check it out. I'm gonna have to look for an online thing. I feel bad. I wish we could talk even longer about this, but we're like at that time of the night where I gotta run on you. But what's the number one thing that people should go check out by you real quick, and how should they connect with you?
Okay, probably my latest record, which is called Anything Goes, and that song I just played, Rain on a Sunny Day, is from it. One of my good buddy Rami Jaffe, he was just on Saturday Night Live the other night. He plays in the Foo Fighters. He was I knew him from before when he was in the Wallflowers, keyboard player. So he plays this kind of, speaking of spooky, he plays this really cool atmospheric spooky keyboard, the Wurlitzer organ on it. So on this same song I just played for you guys. That's the number one thing. I think it's my sixth album, and I think it's the number one best thing I've done. Did it down in Austin, and some great Austin people, blah blah blah, but played on it, and that's the number one. If you go to my website is rogerlandsmith.net, but I am actually under construction because I'm switching servers. But if people just put Roger Landsmith into either iTunes, YouTube, they'll find me. Google, I'm there enough. And Roger Len is Roger, and Len is Len. I've gotten so many people that have tried to combine it and make it one word.
It's two words, people.
Right.
So listen, we're gonna have to get you back on real soon because you got a lot of cool stories. So we're gonna have to get you on real soon. It was
just scratch the surface. So yeah.
So I know, really, we got more. I can tell it's like a lot more, but it was so nice to meet you, and I feel bad running on you. But again, real soon, I'm gonna connect with you. You're an awesome dude. You got a lot of stuff. I love it.
Thank you, sir. Well, Jimmy, we appreciate you having me on. So my kids are over here, and they want to say hi real quick. Come over here real quick, just real quick. Wave.
Hey guys.
They're Cubs fans. You'll see their hats. Come here. There's Xander and Zoe. And
what's up, guys?
I wrote a song.
All right.
On the new album, there's a song called Xander and Zoe. So you'll
I love it. Go Cubs. All right.
Thanks, Jimmy.
See you later, guys. Have a good one. Bye, Raj.
All right, me too.
Right. All right. That was awesome. That was Roger, a cool guy. Really, really been a lot of places, did a lot of stuff. That's awesome. He knows a lot of people. Good person to know. Go check him out right now. All right. Up next, we got my buddy. She's hanging out backstage. Thank you for your patience, Diana. Let's get her on the show. She's got a bunch of new songs right now. We're going to be listening to one of them and watching the other while we talk about it. Please welcome Diana Zinni to the show. Hey! What's going on?
Oh, you asked me, today to do this, and I was like, well, I did my makeup, so, I could do a little TV today, have your people call my people. We'll get it going.
You're like, I look fab. I put my face on today.
I get that was literally the only criteria. I was like, yeah, I could do that. I actually put makeup on for work today, so sure, I'll do it.
You're like, I'm in. I know. I was like, all right. And now you've been very busy since the last time you were on. You have been doing a lot of music. Tell me, what's been the favorite part of all this? Like, what are you loving?
Favorite part was actually being able to go into the studio in August and record one song start to finish in one weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And
I've never done anything like that. I usually take a long time just for learning curve reasons or budget reasons. But I really wanted that
Never cheap.
experience. And it felt so good to not like have a song living with me for 2 years before I finally record it. You know what I mean? So that
Yeah,
was
I
great.
know.
And then, I had a blast making these music videos.
I was gonna say, for this song that you recorded in one weekend, were you like extra prepared, knew all the harmonies that you wanted to hit, or did it just come together perfectly?
A little bit of both. A little bit of both. I did some pre-pro with my guitarist, and yeah, there was definitely, we didn't know what we were going to come out with. We didn't have it demoed to a degree where we even knew the vibe of the song really, but we did figure out the melody, and I practiced it like, 1 or 2 times, and like went and tracked that weekend. So it was really cool.
Well, you don't know it yet, but one of these days when we're back to normal and everything, you're going to be playing a show, and I'm going to show up one day with my guitar. I'm just going to be like, surprise, I know your song. And then I'm just going to jump up on stage in the middle of it and start playing with you. You're going to be like, Jimmy, what are you doing? I'm kidding you. You look
I would
horrified.
love that. I would love that.
No, you're like, he better not do it. Really? So I honestly, I became a big fan. I was checking out, you had the Point of No Return that came out, and I really got into it. I thought that was a cool video. It looked like you had so much fun making it.
So much fun.
Was it just silliness the whole time or what?
Oh, I mean, it was late at night trying to get it done before some crazy hour. It was really hot and humid. I had just bought the props like the day before. So I acted like it was super fun because I had no choice. If I didn't deliver good takes, we would have been there all night. So
Right.
I was like, I have to just get one take good on all of these.
I saw the inner kid come out of you for that video. You were legitimately having fun. I could tell you were just having a blast.
Yeah. It's like when time is a constraint, you just have to let go and give it your all. Just be a ham.
Yeah, exactly. You could tell you were just having fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of fun, Nick's making fun of me. He said, sounds like Diana's stepping up security by the stage at her next show. She'll have like bodyguards up. I'm like trying to walk. I'm like, I'm in the band, man. She's like, no. So do you perform by yourself, or do you actually have like people? Because I know you do a couple things, but like with these songs, do you plan on like, how do you plan on doing them? Because I know you host things, and so sometimes you're playing by yourself. Like, how does that go?
Yeah, I play by myself as a necessity. I really don't like it at all. I shouldn't say I don't like it at all. Certain songs translate fine, but a lot of things need the full band for the full effect. And I'm just becoming more and more of an audiophile, more and more obsessed with records and getting things to translate live. So when I'm limited to only playing by myself, it's just not the optimal situation. So moving forward, that is the aim, to be backed up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like sometimes the song just needs the energy of the band or something like that. But
if you write in a creative way at all, if you have any non-traditional elements in your song, like you already have created a situation where it doesn't translate acoustically very well.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of times it's hard to turn certain things into something else. But I was gonna say, what has been like one of the bigger risks you've taken in your songwriting, where you're like, maybe you would feel vulnerable if you left that in, or something like really creative that you tried? You're like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh man, putting in literal things that have happened.
Oh, like really
lyrically, I shock myself. And then also the way I jump around genres could be risky. or it could be the perfect thing for me. That remains to be seen.
I thought I heard Point of No Return. I wasn't sure. I was like, oh, this could be about somebody.
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, it's what was I gonna say? Well, like I said, I'm writing and I'm already starting to record a cohesive sounding album. But the 3 singles I put out in 2020 all sound completely different. So I guess that's risky. And yeah, lyrically, I just write down exactly what happened. So I guess that the word could be risky if you wanted to give it a word.
Mateo said sticking to one genre is boring. And I have to agree. It's Stereo Joe. We play like a little bit of everything as well. At least we pretend to.
Mm-hmm.
I know you got to jump around. I love that all your songs sound so unique. I love it.
Yeah, I like both things. I like when someone has found a signature sound. I'm trying not to get hung up on that too much, but I've been thinking about that, and you just kind of have to enjoy the process on the way there, I guess.
Absolutely. And I got your video. Jesus. Let me get back to the start. Okay, there we go. I know, it just like froze there. Okay. All right. So this is your video, Point of No Return. I'm going to play it and I'm going to come right back. We've been talking about it a little bit. Is there anything else you want to say about it real quick before we start it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Listen, when you guys hear it, you called it the refrain. That was my favorite part, although I love all of it. But check it out. You're going to love it. Here's Point of No Return.
When you come back around, I'll be sure to keep my hopes way down. I won't write a dozen songs the way that I am right now. I keep a lid on it, sit on my hands, and I won't quit till you make a goddamn decision for yourself. I'm sure it's written in the stars. Perhaps the galaxy ain't ours, and I've got my timelines confused. So I probably shouldn't have you, baby, with the ice caps melting like crazy. I don't think he'd be amused. And I probably shouldn't take your name. It's already late in the game. But damn if I don't love you to the point of insane. I hear you overthinking that from across Manhattan Bridge. You know I've got what it takes to drown your doubts and sink your ship. I try to dance it out, sit on my throne and wear the crown. Gonna buy some goddamn flowers for myself. And I hope you take this leap of faith, although it's Venus retrograde. You gotta let go of that rope. Until then, I'll say I played, eating only one meal a day. Those who are certain can wait. I'll listen to 1,000 songs and ask my exes what went wrong, and tell them that I love you like the day is long. Hey, all the good men are dead, at least that's what I think they said. Sometimes I cannot find your pulse, but really you just ain't born yet. By all means, don't let me keep you from your 8 hours of sleep. Gotta keep that head on straight. Until the fossils form, you'll be the calm to my stone. Gonna make that levee break. You don't need to go back in time. You don't have to apologize. You gotta let ease show the change. We fit so well like keys and locks. The ground appears as we walk. I promise that I love you. It's more than talk. My mind told me the other day. Don't listen to what people say. I know that I do not know what they do not know. They don't. Come on, baby, let's have some fun. It's
Yeah, Diana. Oh, yeah. All right, we're back. All right, that's so fun. What was your favorite scene? Or, like, what was, like, what was your favorite scene in shooting that?
Holding the skull. Oh, I have it. It's like in this room over here. Dang it. I should have just had the props with me because I still have a few of them. I gave a few of them to my nieces. It was like Christmas in August because I was like, well, I bought all this stuff at Dollar Tree for my music video. Here you go. But so I loved Holding the Skull. And I think they edited it so well. I was really, really happy with the editing. I liked the salt lamp, of course. The salt lamp's in my bedroom. So I have a couple things to say. The comments that you shared across the screen are absolutely life-affirming. Thank you, everybody. And when I was watching the video, I was reminded of an anecdote about producing this song. My favorite part of the song is that little guitar lick going into the verse where I first Hold the Skull, and it was one of the very, very last things we recorded because I did live with this song for like a year with like it being recorded in stages and building it, adding cello, adding organ, and listening to the demo. And if you have something on in the background or just like half listening to it, you can kind of pick up where moments are lacking or they drag or they lose energy. And I went into my producer and I was like, we need a guitar lick here. And I just kept screaming, lay down Sally at him until he got what I needed. I was just like, lay down Sally. What are you talking about? I was like, you're going to understand. And he got it. And he like did that like little lick. And I was like, okay, now the song is done. And now it's like my favorite part of the whole song.
Yeah, I love that too. And I know just what you mean. Like every now and then in the song, there's like the thing, like it could use one little ear candy thing. So that's really cool. And that's an insight I'm sure a lot of non-musicians don't realize, kind of how you build the song up a little bit, keep it so interesting. So
this
really
song
cool.
is so repetitive that I found it to be a fun challenge to build it over the course of a year. There's a tap dancer on it. And so we had to go through a bunch of tap dancing samples and place them throughout the song. So he said I did it in a very hip hop way. And that's just what the song wanted.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's what I needed to do for a repetitive song to keep it interesting. I have 4 songs recorded with the band, live off the floor, ready to go back in and do more songs like that for the album. That's a completely different style. You know what I mean? And then for the more pop song, You Will Always Love Me, that I did in one weekend in August, it was me, a multi-instrumentalist and a producer.
Oh, that's really cool.
So I worked like all these different ways, like piecemeal with other instrumentalists, whole band in the room, and then just like a 3-man, let's get everything done. We'll program stuff. So I've worked all different ways.
Yeah, that's really fun way too, because it keeps it fresh and it's always something that something new to work on.
And you learn about people's skill sets and like your workflow with them.
Yeah, people doing different things and everything. Nick said tap dancing, that is really creative.
I was at
Let's bring him in.
Hey. You weren't here the last time, so I'm glad I get to talk to you.
Yeah, we didn't have this new thing. It was cool.
Yeah, I like this platform a lot.
Yeah, and the video you did, it was very creative. The song was amazing. Your voice in it, oh my God, was incredible.
Thank you.
I loved how fun you made the video.
I appreciate it.
Which actually leads me to a great question I'm sure everyone's wondering. For a future video that you may be shooting or thinking of shooting, if you could shoot anywhere in the world with no limits, where would you go and why?
Shoot anywhere in the world? Oh, man. Maybe I would do like a throwback Godfather theme in Sicily.
Ooh,
Just to give me an excuse to go back to the homeland. But most of my ideas for videos, like I fantasize about big budget, like alternate reality, big effects. So it's less about a landscape and more about what cool things can we do. Like the other video that you're gonna see, you know, we just used like an empty room and black lights, and you can create so much from that, and like with makeup and everything. So that's more what I'm interested in with video, and yeah. But
We're gonna go.
that's a good question. I should think more about that.
We're gonna go to that video right now. Now we're gonna just watch it. So we're gonna still keep talking
We're
this
gonna
whole entire time.
chatting.
Yeah, I can't wait. All right, let's get it on. I'm gonna start it up because we're almost at the end of our time. I know.
Yeah.
I gotta make these segments longer for everybody. But okay. All right, I'm all ready. This is already crazy. I
I'm
love
already
it.
dead on the floor. We
Someone's
released this on
kicking her.
Halloween, so it was very appropriate. That's one of my best friends, and that's her alter ego, Alter Boy. So we had to create alter egos during the pandemic.
Wait,
You
can
gotta
we
mute
hear
it.
this?
You gotta mute it.
I lied. Yeah, I was gonna say. Shoot. All right, let me really mute it. Okay, I couldn't
There
help
we go.
myself. Dude,
That's
I
okay.
love this scene. Is someone
Thanks.
standing over you, zooming in? What's going on right now?
It's literally, this was me and her in a room for 5 hours. This was two chicks only using things that we already owned. And we, you know, happened upon an empty room that we were allowed to use that happened to have black lights in it. I grabbed my knife from my kitchen. I had that wig. She has her whole getup because she has a alter ego. We had to create these alter egos as a coping mechanism for the pandemic. Like, you know, just totally losing our minds, like literally split personality type of things. I have a knife. We're losing our minds, and I just decided to make no secret of it. And the song is very like, you know, spastic in that way, like your enthusiasm for your lover and just like wanting to, you know, physically coerce them. So yeah, just a total person that lost their mind. It's fun to play that character. This song was fun to produce because I woke up like in the middle of the night and I was like, horns. And so that's how the horns came to be. So I think it really added to the song. Yeah. So this was a really, really fun video to make. She just, whatever camera she had, don't even ask me what kind it was. She has a decent camera, and yeah, she was over me. That was like her tutu that I'm just laying my head on. So you could create so much with so little. It's really more about the vision and the combination of people in the room that determine what happens. But you know, shooting locations, a lot of people do like walking around the city as their shooting location, which is cool, but I wasn't feeling that for any of my stuff.
No, and this is really cool. I love the colors, and it's cool. It really sets a tone to it, and it's such a contrast from the last one, which I thought was really cool because the song's a little bit of a contrast. Well, a lot of bit of a contrast. It's really cool.
Yeah, both songs though are tongue-in-cheek, kind of comical, so there is that common thread. But the songs I have coming up are much more serious.
But
You gotta be careful there. All the kids at home watching, be careful. No, I'm just.
I know. No, I told my best friend, I was like, please don't let the girls watch this, and she promised she wouldn't. I said I made that this song is explicit. There is an F-bomb in it. I made a clean version for just them to listen to. Of course, that's not the version on the video. And I was like, yeah, I don't want them grabbing knives. And then she's like, a few hours later, she's like, I had to show them, just like shut them up and distract them. And then on Halloween, they all had like different color makeup. And they're like, we want to look like Auntie.
Well, that was super fun. I really enjoyed that. Listen, when are you coming out with the next video that we're going to be premiering? No.
I know. I wish. I mean, there's always a way to find a way to make things happen. it just depends on your inspiration and your timing. But where there's a will, there's a way, I believe. And you watching the video and our conversations and our new friendship is so reassuring. I'm so grateful for you. This is such a nice thing that you guys do. You make us all feel important. It's amazing.
Oh, well, you are. And I love it too. And I'm so glad that we're, that just doing this, and it's a lot of fun. And you're really cool. And we're definitely going to catch up a little bit more later. But I feel bad we got to run on you right now. Nick's making me go to the next guest. He's always so strict about things. No,
that's good.
But listen, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. It's November. I have a November Rain cover on YouTube.
I didn't know this.
You should check it out. I also have a Carry On My Wayward Son piano, ballad version cover on YouTube. So those are fun things to check out. I'm most active on Instagram, like on the daily, even though it's challenging. It's challenging to have to see everyone else's stuff.
I know. It's like the worst time, but
at Diana Zinni, I'm there.
Go follow her. Go get in touch. Watch her videos. Awesome job. Thank you so much for coming on. And we really can't wait to have you back again. Can't be this long again, but
thanks, guys. I'm really glad this worked out today. Really a nice surprise. It was the perfect thing to happen today. It was wonderful.
Well, thank you so much, and it was great to see you, and we'll catch you next time.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, bye. All right, Nick, I got to let you go, too. I'm sorry, man. I got to go over to Matt W. about behind the scenes. He said he would kick my butt. So let me let you go and get Matt W. on. But, all right, listen, Mateo said, damn Vikings. I know, it's the worst. All right, see you, Nick. All right, guys, if you're just tuning in now, this is the Stereo Joe Show. This is my oldest friend coming on the show right now. But we're only 20, so we've only been friends for like 2 minutes. So, but this guy's kick-ass guitarist. We've been a lot of bands together. If you go to myspace.com, you can check out Wilson and James. But anyway, guys, let's welcome Matt Wilson to the show. You're going to love him. Hey.
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Hey, is that MySpace really still up?
Dude, you know what? Actually, I'm going to look right now while you tell us how the hell you're doing.
Doing well, still employed, not sick. Everything's good.
These are all pluses.
Yeah.
And dude, speaking of MySpace, I think Justin Timberlake bought MySpace for a minute. Did you ever hear about that?
I do remember that. They tried to revamp it as a music thing, I guess, but it never really took off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was too much competition at the time. But dude, I'm on.
It's still there. I mean, somebody's using it.
You know what? When I tried to go there last, the music files weren't up. Like they weren't playing. And I think I had heard that all the music files got corroded.
Oh, no.
But it looks like it's pulling up something right now as we speak. So we shall see if Wilson James is still there. But anyway, so excuse me, it has been a minute. You just told me a little bit of news, though, the last time we were on the phone.
I did?
A minute ago. You have found a hidden relic tape from the past.
Oh, I should have brought it out for the show. Yeah. So years ago, for anybody who's listening, I had an old karaoke machine with the double tape cassette decks, and I figured out a way to overdub on that thing. And I just took a cheap microphone and just laid down ridiculous psychedelic tracks. And I still have the tape, and I found a box of them, a whole demo. It's going to be ridiculous. Wait. So I just have to get a tape player. I haven't had one in a few years. So
well, who's had one in like 20 years? We have a mixtape of a mixtape. We have like all these different ones. I know the one was Glowworm, and I wish I could remember all the rest, but these were some killer classic songs playing Casio keyboards. Guy, I have a little relic too, a little old school, little Fox in the Box. This is old school as well.
I want to hear that again. I don't even remember what songs are on there.
Dude, I'll tell you what songs are on there. We got it right here, bro. We got. Oh, hold on. No, that's who did what. Hold on. Oh no.
No track list?
Dude, we got Rob, bro. The track list was empty.
Oh.
This is such a shitty production. Jordan Fulham, Jordan Fulton was responsible for this. Thank you for the cool fox. I know 1021's on there.
Yep.
I would not be surprised if Darkness, maybe the Sun. Matt, how many bands have we been in together over the years?
Quite a few.
How many?
Quite a few. God,
I think you said 2. I was like 2.
No.
I was like, that's it.
At least 4, I think.
Well, there was Wilson and James. There was the band name I can't pronounce, Murray.
Oh yeah.
there was well, of course it was Wilson James. There was Hot Pink Apocalypse. Matt was the original bass player for Hot Pink Apocalypse. Oh shit. Nick, can you send me Lights Out? No, send me can you send me E minor groove jam?
You did that last time.
I know, but
they don't need to see that again.
Why not? I love it. I love it. All right, forget it, Nick. Forget it. No, Matt's gonna fight me. He said when he comes back from Dallas. All right, so Matt moved to Texas and ruined our whole band life. But seems like your life got really good when you got down there. You've met an amazing lady. You got an awesome job. But what's going on with the music?
Nothing. I just play at home. I've actually been kind of stuck. I do want to do what Diana did, though, and just get into the studio and just get some good quality versions of songs I've written over the years, because I think I have enough material over the past 10 years. See, there you go. So yeah, I want to get into the studio and just release something just to have done it. I'm not looking to promote anything or tour or anything like that. I'm past the stage of wanting to deal with all that. In fact, I don't really miss playing live, to be honest with you. It's stressful.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Catch us in December when it comes back to New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, something like that, yeah. But I mean, lugging all your stuff into a vehicle and, getting everything to work and playing in front of a bunch of people talking over you and then just packing up and going home. So I don't miss that.
Dude, if you take your clothes off while you perform, I guarantee they won't be talking. You got to make them take notice.
You're right. They'd all be on the phone calling 911.
They're like
passed out.
They're like, where is this location? Where is this location? No. Well, listen, I'm going to take my clothes off right now while you perform. This MySpace page is not loaded once since we've done it.
I'll try it later.
I'm going to get it working while you're performing. Matt knows how to party with his pants off. No. All right. Matt, who's your favorite character from The Office?
Gotta go with Dwight, I guess.
Dwight Schrute. Okay.
Although I had a thing for Kelly.
When you get on here.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I love Dwight too, though. He's so good, man. But false. No, remember that one where Jim is like, he dresses up as him? That's one of the best pranks ever.
Oh, yeah.
So
just so you know, I have this. You remember Kevin Malavarka?
Yeah.
He's trying to call me repeatedly. I don't know why, but I can't tell him to stop it so that he doesn't interrupt.
Oh, no. He's like,
it may happen again in the middle of performing. So if I randomly stop in the middle of the song to stop the phone, that's why.
Well, just so you know, it hasn't interfered at all.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, it hasn't messed up audio or anything, Kevin. I've never bought. Oh, that's classic. We might have to tell some stories when I get back on the other side. But dude, play Over the Hills and Far Away.
Yeah.
Play
one of these days. When I'm up there, we're gonna do Lie in Our Graves together. That's for sure.
Dude, I will. Dude, I'm in like Flynn. Yo, I'll even get us a violin player. But anyway, okay.
There you go.
And he never learns the damn riff. It pisses me off. All right, I'll be back.
All right, so you want me to play, huh? All right. So this is a song I wrote a long time ago called Horizon Fires. I don't know how I'm supposed to follow up that amazing act from your last guest, but here goes nothing. Take me apart under your plastic stars. I'm lost in your airspace, down misprinted hallways, sketch unwanted disasters over my veins, so that you know now how it feels. The sky wakes up burning, the roads all lead to horizon fires. Since your landscape changed, where did your fault lines go? I'm sorry I had to steal your home to restore mine. I'm lost in your airspace. I'm lost in your airspace. I'm lost in your airspace. The sky wakes up burning, the roads all lead to horizon fires. There's just you and Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
Oh, shoot. That's because
Oh,
I
there
had
you
on
go.
you. I'm so sorry. Dude, I'm back here jamming. Dude,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
in my
nice.
key, bro.
Huh?
That's in
Is
my
it?
key. Dude, I'm back here playing, bro. What else you got, man? Let's fucking jam this shit.
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. I'm not really
You're like, fuck.
Hold on. Let's see. Did I play Weather Vane Happiness last time? The one you recorded?
Oh, no. I don't know, but I shouldn't play on it. I know Pinwheels.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that one.
I don't know it anymore.
I need someone to write words for me on that one.
How about this?
I don't know the words for that either.
Oh, no. Matt, you're not here to tune my guitar. This isn't going to work. You're not here to tune my guitar. How's this going to work?
Okay. I guess I'll play this one because I've got it memorized. So
Okay, all right. Should I what key is this in? Give me a chord or two. I think you're slightly not in
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I will play me something. I'll just sing for you. I'm kidding you.
So you want me to do another one?
Yeah. You want to?
Sure. Okay.
If I can figure out the key, I'm going to jump in. Otherwise, I'll hang in the back.
All right. This is an old song called Weather Vane Happiness. I wrote probably like 20 years ago now, but that's fun to play. So here goes nothing. The feel of this song is too old for people to understand. So when they walk by, they would say, oh, the sun went behind the cloud and the moon must be full. So he walked by himself for a long time with no one to talk to. You constantly try to lighten the scourge day by day. Rain has many uses. It washes blood from the streets. It keeps the sea from getting too salty, and it helps me think. Well, I don't know what will happen in the end, except that I'll die. So what really could go wrong? Oh, the feel of my soul is too old for people to understand. So when they walk by, they all say, the chance of weather vane happiness is coming. It's not like pieces of light bulb being tossed into a river like usual.
I was in D major. I figured it out by the end.
Yeah. Well, next time I'll tune up to you first.
Dude, no, that was I miss those. Dude, Nick said John Mayer meets Dave Matthews, and he's right. Let's get him on, bro. He doesn't know shit about John Mayer. He's lying.
I wish I was half as good as John Mayer.
No, dude, you sounded amazing though. Between the guitaring and the vocals, you can tell that you've really spent a lot of time honing both of them because you have those really nice touches.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I fantasize about getting into the studio and doing all kinds of overdubs and stuff with them. Like I know how I want it to sound in my head. So,
dude,
if I had a guitar player that would leave New Jersey to come play with me, I could really flesh these songs out.
Nick, do you hear this SOB trying to freaking steal me away? Dude, Matt, honestly, I got the studio and the dude for you to record with, bro. He makes me sound like I could sing.
No, that's pretty amazing. No, I'm just kidding.
Dude, you don't even know, bro. He's really good, bro. Dude, this is a Grammy nominated studio, bro. So trust me, it's pretty legit, man.
Okay.
And dude, we can pound your work out real quick. Then you don't even need to be there, and I could finish it for you.
There you go. Well, you are an awesome producer, actually. I mean, anytime you recorded anything of mine, it came out sounding great.
Well, that's nice, bro. You just like the price point, $3.99.
Yeah, no, I did, but no, really. I mean, you put into it, and you had the patience I never had. So,
well, thank you, dude. You should see this kid. He's like a freaking wizard, bro.
So I mean,
and he's all like, you know, those like shortcut keys. He's like, I'm like, oh, wow. The computer can't keep up with it. But anyway, dude, you always were, like Nick was saying, like that scat thing that I remember we always did Wish You Were Here, and you always killed that, bro.
Oh yeah, man. I was obsessed with David Gilmour when I started working.
Dude, let's fucking do it, bro. No, all right, maybe in the future though. Because I know, dude, why don't we do a mini tour? Dude, you pay for it. You got me, bro. Minnie Wilson and James tour, bro. We're gonna do Austin, Dallas. Dude, we can do the whole fucking Texas area, bro.
That'll take enough days to get to each place anyway. It takes like 8 hours to get out of Texas.
Dude. All right, Nick, can you manage this or what, buddy?
Yeah, let's book it. And I'm not sure how far Colorado is from there, but we can hit that on
13
the way
hours. Too. Well, 12 hours, depending on where in Colorado you're going.
Damn. Well, we're going to go to
last year, we drove up to Monument, which was near, it's an hour south of Denver, near Pikes Peak, to visit my aunt and uncle up there. It took about 13 hours exactly, but it's beautiful up there. But I told my wife, she's like, oh, I would love to live up here. I'm like, not when it's snowing, you wouldn't. Driving in the snow, I don't miss at all. But it is pretty to look at.
Yeah, dude, you know it, and you're loving Texas. You're like not dealing with the driving in the 3 feet of snow like you did in Michigan. I thought that was cool though.
Yeah, it was cool when I made it there.
Almost dead every time.
You see these gray hairs, they're all from driving and that. But no, I mean the summers here are brutal, but it's worth it. Cost of living is lower, I could never afford a house in New Jersey, so there's that.
You could.
I don't know about that. But,
all right, Matt. Nick, I know you're dying to ask him a question, but I got one song he's got to sing real quick.
He knows this is my favorite of his.
All right, listen.
We were running around the yard.
Dude,
on we back so fast, and that was graduation. Right? Like it This is what I always hated about this guy. He wrote like the cheesiest songs, but they got stuck in your damn head. And no matter how much I hated him, 20 years later, I still fucking remember every single one of them. That bastard.
Dude, all right, dude, there's this. This is the one that I wrote at Gabby's. I don't. Do you remember the song "Moments" at all? It was like,
yeah.
Dude, I wish I could effing play it for you. I put a slide guitar over it.
Do you have an audio link to it later?
No, dude, because it's right now we're in the middle of the studio recording it right now. So it's like brand new, unheard. I got only the first mix of it. So it's a pretty rough mix, but it's pretty good. I mean, for a rough mix, it's pretty damn good. It's got a lot of work done on it, but it was the first mix we burned of it. But it's got a country vibe. If I sang with a country twang, and Ashley sings on it too, if we did, it would be considered.
But it all went by so fast.
It's like the fire is now so warm. Dude,
we were
honestly,
running around the yard.
I might sell it to country. Yeah, you know it, bro.
Well, they do real well down here. Yeah, boy.
Dude,
they want to have some moments down here, I'll tell you what.
You better not get caught late and dark on the road. No, but I do have another song for you to hear. Now, this song you said you've heard. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it, Matt. You said you like this one, unless you were lying.
Are you gonna play Somebody Told Me?
No, don't say anything. Listen, no, this was the ambient one you liked. This is Northern Lights.
So who was playing that actually?
Dude, you're gonna have to hear it first. Wait,
I wasn't expecting that on the EP, I'll be honest.
Dude, you guys can hear it, right?
Yeah.
Dude,
you were channeling your inner me.
Dude, this one is a game changer. Believe it or not, you know this song. I do. Watch this. Hold on. Fuck. I gotta turn the TV up. I'll excuse my language, Facebook. Matt made me do it. All right, hold on. So it goes.
Yeah. I recognize that.
It's half speed. So it's the song Around You that we have recorded right above it, but we took out the drums. We took out the.
You added some cello or some violin to this.
Ooh, you're right, dude. Where were you? Oh, you left to go to Texas. But I could be like. Dude, if I had my friend Matt Gilmore here, he could help me out. But
you gotta tell Victor Wooten to get Tim Reynolds on the phone, man.
Dude, I would die for that. That would be magical. hey, where'd they go? Hey, come back, boys. There we are. No, Matt, these new songs, I'm telling you, I think you would really be into them. So what, you like that ambient one? What's the deal with that? Give us me your thoughts. You better lie because you're on air.
No, you know I like ambient. In fact, you know that album I made that I was all proud of that nobody cares about because nobody likes that kind of music. It's not for everybody. It's a big Canadian thing apparently, so I've come to discover. But
Your mom loved it.
Yeah, right. That was funny, wasn't it? That was the best comment she ever made. I think it was something like, I listened to it and I hated it. I love moms, right?
Dad's mom was like very honest.
Yeah, no filter anymore. It erodes further and further.
Jimmy said the C word?
When?
I did?
No.
I didn't catch that.
Maybe was it Christmas? I thought that was something else, buddy. Mateo, all I want for Christmas this year is for Jimmy to stop being so modest. The reason I'm not is because of this guy right here, Matt Wilson. I grew up with him. He was such a good guitar player that I was like, why bother to play with this guy?
No, honestly, I think we talked about this last time, but the story goes he started first, and I thought I could do that. And then we started, we were kind of in an unofficial competition. It was the 90s, though, so any song you played, you sounded like a god. As soon as you learned the power chord, it was like, oh, yeah. And then I discovered classic rock, and it was all downhill from there, and I realized I still sucked. But Dave Matthews actually is the guy that taught me how to sing and play at the same time. That guy is the master of it.
Yeah, too bad you don't like him anymore.
They should have broke up after Butts' stuff, man.
You're wrong, man. They put out great albums. Some of their best songs came out after You Might Die Trying.
He is an amazing performer, and their live performances are awesome, but he has become such a lazy songwriter. I don't know if he's just because he's just, in it so deep for so long that he doesn't have any big picture perspective, but he's the kind of guy that you could probably take a break and then have somebody filter out like 20 of his songs to like the 5 best, maybe. I don't know. Just my opinion. I know people still love him, and I'm glad he's still out there. Nothing bad happened to him, even though there's only like 3 original guys left.
Nick, you're going to have to edit this part of the episode. We can't hear him.
Are you guys excited to hear Boyd Tinsley's new band?
I'm excited for all of it, Matt. I'm a big fan. I love it. I don't care who's dead or living or in the band or not.
No, you know what? They've been doing those charity live shows on Facebook for a while now, and I catch a few random ones, some recent. I mean, even though it's not the same without Boyd, I mean, they did make it work. So
yeah, it is different though. I just heard some of the stuff without Boyd, the violin player, and every now and then it feels empty. And I thought to myself, was Matt right?
He didn't do it.
I was like, was Matt right? I was like, it was painful. Then I stopped listening because I was thinking of what you said.
They're dragging it on. Dragging that corpse.
Ruining it, man. You're ruining it. I wanted to love them. No.
They're looking for their skulls like Diana's on the house.
Dude.
So Nick had a question for me? I'm curious.
I do. Actually, you kind of covered a lot of things I did want to ask you. One of the things I'm curious about, you have some really interesting names for some of your songs. Where do you come up with the inspiration for some of them?
Acid.
A lot of it actually is so I remember reading a long time ago that David Bowie used to take this like just a bunch of words, like phrases, sentences, and he would cut them up and make them random. And I was also obviously I had a Bob Dylan phase for a while there where I'd read all his poems, and then I actually lived with a guy named Kevin who's in California now, but he was a poet, and he wrote poetry books, and I used to steal a little bit from him. One song I wrote is actually mostly a poem that my ex-girlfriend wrote. So I always kind of stole from other people because I've always been really insecure about my lyrics, and they seem kind of, I don't know what to write about that hasn't already been said, or it sounds kind of cheesy. So if I make it just vague enough, then it can mean whatever you want. I've always liked lyricists that do that. By the way, my favorite band in the world, Halloween Alaska, does that. The guy James Deers, who writes, if you listen to his lyrics, they're just so awesomely pictorial, but also just vague enough where you're like, it's very clever, but it doesn't necessarily mean anything right on the surface. So I've always been inspired by that.
By the way, Mateo, just so you know, Matt doesn't play any country, even though he lives in Texas. So you'll be very excited about that.
I have a confession to make.
Oh, this is where the interview ends, folks. Thanks for coming on the show. Everyone have a great night.
I told this to Claire a couple of years ago. I admitted that I love that song Neon Light by Blake Shelton.
I never heard it.
Oh, I love that song. But that's it.
The real question is, do you have a cowboy hat?
I do not, but I feel like I should, just because. However, we are going to buy a gun pretty soon. Before.
Oh, okay. Well, let me ask you this, Gunner. Bust your chops because you're from New Jersey?
Huh?
Do they bust your chops down there because you're from New Jersey?
No, I think when a couple people I've worked with over the years, like they'll just say, like, "How come you don't have an accent?" Because they think everybody talks like this up in New Jersey. But they don't understand that in northern New Jersey, you don't have that accent. I'm not from Bayonne, you know.
I'm from the projects in Bayonne.
It's a trick.
About it. Hey, I'm more from New York City type of thing, New Jersey, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, because they're like, you're not Italian, you know, they just assume that everybody's Italian up there.
They're like, you guys are a little light skinned to be Italian. I changed my thing just so I'd look less Italian.
Well, you know what's interesting is the same thing here as up in Michigan. There's like people who are from the same area have thicker accents and some have thinner. Like, I guess it's a family thing. Like, I always wondered that. Like, one guy will be talking like this, and I grew up in Dallas my whole life, and then another guy will just sound like normal. You know, it's weird. I don't understand how these things kind of prevail, like within family lineages, I guess. It's not so much an area thing. Now, of course, there's so many people moving from different states here that, you know, but when you get outside of the city, you know you're in Texas again.
So, dude, you always have a good music taste. Before you go, can you throw out a couple artists that people should check out a little bit?
Well, Halloween Alaska, of course. I love those guys. They're from Minneapolis. They're amazing. I've been following them since 2005. Definitely check them out. And then Gregory Alan Isakov, he's getting bigger and bigger. He's been on a few shows and he's had some commercials and stuff, but he's just amazing. Definitely check him out.
Someone else I had recommended them the other day, and I was like, "Oh, my friend Matt would be so excited."
Yeah.
And she like went on about it like you do. So I was like, I wonder if it's like a cult thing.
So I got to meet him actually. I saw him in Dallas in 2016, and he stayed and met everybody backstage, and I got to sing a little chorus of his song with him, and he was just real cool and just talked to everybody. But I'm glad he's getting the attention he deserves. And he plays with a bunch of really awesome guys. So follow his Facebook page, and you'll see like all kinds of cool performances that people dig up. But he's inspiring because he is the perfect like singer-songwriter. He takes relatively simple chord progressions, but everything he plays is so original. And even though you think like, how does that sound like a million songs? Everything is like uniquely his own. I wish I could do that, but that's why I play in alternate tunings and stuff, because every time I play a G chord or a C chord, I'm like, it's hard to make that original, but somehow he does it.
Well, you do a pretty good job of it yourself, man. I never knew what the hell you were doing. It was always hard to tell to follow you. So,
well, actually, Ani DeFranco was a big influence in that regard. I don't like her politics, but she's an awesome musician. So that was inspiring to see people play in different tunings and, you know, kind of see what else you could do with it.
Yeah, I know you've always been a big fan. I remember when you started getting into her, how you know, it changed your sound a little bit. You got a little more away from the classic rock, like Zeppelin, Jimmy Page, Gilmore sound, and went a little bit more acoustic. But everyone should go check you out on Facebook, on SoundCloud under Nightcatcher. And, dude, go follow him. Get on his ass to start making music again. And like I am. And then we'll get back on the show again. Because I miss you, dude. It was good to see you.
You too. Thank you, guys.
Calls anymore, so.
Well, don't call me while I'm working.
I know, dude. I did today. I'm like, And you picked up. I was happy.
Oh, no, I'm glad I caught you just in time. Yeah, it's always like one of those things where I think of you, but it's always the wrong time. Like I know you're either on this show or doing something. So
This show, Nick always like whips me if I don't go on this show.
I know other people have said it, but really I've been following this since this was originally your original idea, and it's turned into such a great thing, and it's just awesome, man. You guys, it's great. I'm so happy to see what you guys are doing, and you took the opportunity in your life and you made the best of it.
Dude, well, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, dude, and I love having you on, and I can't wait. I hope you're coming back this December. We better jam again, bro.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, get the heck
you.
out of here. I love you, man. Have a great night.
You too, man. Bye.
Take
All right,
care.
dude. Great to see you. Nick, I'm going to say get out of here to you too. No. Hey, before we go, I'm going to play one more tune for the folks out there. But, dude, how are you doing? You having fun tonight or what?
Dude, I had a blast. We had so many great people on tonight. Everybody had such different music, but it all came together really well.
Dude, it was fun. And, dude, I just want to personally thank Nick for everything that he does. Oh, shit. Damn, games are coming in loud and hard back there. All right, well, that's coming on next. But, guys, this is the bottom line. Nick does a lot of freaking work. Puts a lot of hustle in. That's why I thank you very much for all that effort. You're going to love the new songs in your year. We got Nick out singing on one of the new tunes that we did. We worked on it together called Headlights. Really cool song. But in the meantime, here's a little game. You can check it out on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, Pandora, iTunes, Apple Music, everywhere. Please check it out, guys.
Yeah, we're living for the day. When we can live and we can laugh, and I know you have my back until I fade away. Yeah, I know where you go when you're feeling down. Yeah, I know what you'll say when I'm not around. It's these games we play that lead us to our own demise. You so we say, or that we make up our own minds. Yeah, we're living in our days. With all this noise, we
Look at
self-contain.
Nick,
My
he's so
dark
serious
depression
right now.
creates a maze, and then I flow away. Yeah, 'cause I've been wandering for so long that I lost my way on the road to my dreams. But I could see for miles. Yeah, it's still me, after all this time.
Mom, that's me on the guitar. Check it out, Mom.
I know.
Hey, bro, is it just me, or does that song have like creeper undertone elements, like that Police song, "Every Breath You Take"? Like I'm always watching you and shit. I know where you go. I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like it kind of has that element to it. No, that's funny.
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Dude, and you know what's so funny? That's not Michael Jackson.
Who does it?
I forget the guy's name. Everyone always thought it was Michael Jackson. And I think there was a rumor that Michael Jackson even got mad because people were asking him to play it. And he's like, that's not my song. But I forget which one. I forget his guy's name, but I don't think it was like a one-hit wonder or he was like a 1.5 hit wonder. I could be mistaken. He might add another song. But he's like, good God, I'd pay the price. And then he's like, sometimes. And then he like does the voice. And then the chorus is the only part that really sounds like Michael. But anyway, that's a long to do about nothing. We are at the end of the Mo effing SHOW to the Chi-Izzle. Thank you so much for tuning in. Promise I'll never do that again until next week when you tune in and I'm saying goodbye then. Guys, Nick, we've been doing a lot of work. What did we do this weekend again? I forget.
We worked on some promo for a recent Spotify release. We have Secondhand Smoke up there, so check it out if you're not already following us. We have new music that is going to be coming out. We even worked on some new music that we're messing around with. So we're always trying to keep things fresh, talking about ideas for shows and how to keep you guys entertained and just keep the band rolling.
And just to piggyback on what Nick said, if you don't listen to our song in the next 10 minutes or you haven't heard it yet, you suck. Listen to our freaking song. We're on Spotify, YouTube, Pandora, blah, 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 blahville. You better look at us. We love you. Thanks so much. No, really appreciate everyone for checking it out. You guys have been awesome. Someone's been playing a lot. We can't thank you enough. And anyway, we will be back here next Monday. We have another awesome thing. Nick, I don't even remember what's going on, but you're going to want to come on. You're going to want to see him. Do you remember anybody? Oh,
yes,
shit.
actually.
Nick, you got to talk to Nick.
For next week, we do have our friend John Bernstein from Hello Halo, who has a new song that he's been working on with someone very special. I don't want to give it away yet, the surprise. So he may have some people. Exactly. If you're a fan of pop punk or emo type music, you're going to want to catch this because this guy is big who's going to be on this song with him. So I'm really happy for him that this song, the way it came out and everything. But we also have Spencer from the Sorters. I think we also have a good friend of ours who we met at Brave-a-thon, Alyssa, coming as well.
Oh, yeah, Alyssa. Alyssa, you guys know her. She's the one that's always mean to me in the comments.
So if you want to see real live roasting, you want to go.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Guys, I might be calling in sick next Monday, but don't worry. Nick will be here, and he's going to be great. No. But really, guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Please share this to your friends. If you saw a band that a friend of yours might like, please send them the link so that they can see the band. We want to help all the musicians get their music out there in this time of it. If you're interested in being on here or you have a friend that might be, please send them our way. Otherwise, we'll see you next week. Thank you so much for coming on. For me, for Nick, for the rest of the crew of Stereo Joe Show, thank you so much.